Peace, 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 peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings to my loyal YouTube followers. I want to thank you guys for still being a part of the movement, the global goals, and thank you for you guys who crossed over from Facebook. I do believe that's where the majority of my following is coming, because when I do the analytics, majority of my following is from Union, South Carolina. But as I stated to you guys previously, I am straight up male. I do love women. Don't think I'm being disrespectful to anyone. I don't judge anyone for their life choices. Heart for Life Community / Youth Center is based on free education, and everyone has a choice in what they choose to do with themselves. So going forward, as I've stated, you will see these signs posted, and some of you are already noticing them pop up in certain locations. So with that being said, we're gonna keep this short. This I think it's the 5th podcast for Tactically Salutes record label, Tactically Salutes Studio, hashtag TSRL, doing business as hashtag H4L. So I know this is a quantum leap, you guys. You know, I filmed earlier. You guys saw me on another streaming platform, but just FYI, going forward, that's how this is supposed to work. You're supposed to see me somewhere else filming, then go to another platform and see me filming there. So FYI, just don't be shocked as this is happening. And as I stated to some of you guys earlier, the educational field is something that I've been a part of for so long that it's like second nature. So when it comes to logistics, if you are looking at the picture that I'm painting you guys right now, you're seeing some logistics that are happening in the background. So as stated, I sat with some family members about the business idea, and as far as what could happen and what was available. So they gave me key information as far as what we had to do as a family to do this globally. So some of you guys have noticed on Facebook that I have posted some funding. Some funding. Listen to what I'm saying closely to you guys who are sitting behind the screen right now hearing what I'm saying. Okay, so on my Samsung laptop, my Chrome laptop, what I see is 30 followers. So if there's more of you guys out there, the suppression of information is why I'm not seeing it. But I've also taken a YouTube class to see how far you guys can stretch. I mean, as far as que pasa mi amigos, Argentina, gems. Okay, so what I'm trying to explain to you guys is, mi amores, mi amigos, you have to have a global mission. And at this time, for hashtag Heart for Life NPO, it's really just about promoting the homelessness that's out here. If you've been on 85 or other interstates here recently, you've seen the tent people pop up. If you've checked behind your excuse me, if you've checked behind your local grocery stores, you've seen people going into these dumpsters to feed themselves. So as I stated, going forward, I understand other organizations have their agenda, blow whispers, gems. But what I was saying, everyone has to understand that as long as it's about community healing and coming together, it can happen. Because one thing I've noticed previously, being around other organizations, when the egos come into play, when the money falls of I did this, I did that, that's normally when everything falls apart. I mean, you guys who from my area, you know, because you've actually seen it in movies. We've been groomed on this so long that when it came our turn to have a slice of what we saw globally going on, we just didn't know how to move forward, push forward. So when I say I'm not stating hard for life, hashtag H4L, because when it comes to sitting on the other side of the screen with you guys, we did the broadcasting, the media, streaming platforms to go global. Tubi, you guys are going to see going forward that it's already happening as I'm sitting here right now speaking to you. Just FYI, and as I stated on Facebook earlier, just know that it's all government trained. There's no look at him on Facebook and YouTube trying to do something. No. So when it comes to the funding resources, the reason why you guys see me on the other side of the Samsung laptop is because I have a family member who informed me a few years ago, if you won't take the route that I'm showing you, you have to come from behind the screen to make it happen. I am Nemilock Cram, Mark Coleman. So I changed Nemilock Cram from Mark Coleman. I just switched it around, reversed the name. It was something that was started previously. At one point in time, I had a chain that said Nemilock Cram, but one of my roommates I used to have, I think it may be in North Carolina right now, Miss Shepherd Gems. But me and this guy actually used to team up with music. He would sing in the background and I'd be doing some stuff. We were roommates to tell the story. If Brother Shepherd's watching this and he's in North Carolina, just FYI, brother, I've already stated where I am, and I am interested in this music thing. I have moved here in regards to the music. Everything we said and talked about, anyone who's sat with me over the last decade or so, but as I stated, I've already put it in the music, and I want to thank you guys humbly who are still on my YouTube page watching me do this. So I just want to tell you guys, I'm blessed with you still being a part of the movement. As I stated, this is not a competition, but I am going to show you some paperwork that I did have to go through just to acquire some of these properties. All of the legalities that had to be accomplished, Hard for Life NPO has networked to where it was accomplished. So there were other organizations and entities that did try to hinder the process. So starting today, Sunday, and we're supposed to be at the property from 2 to 10 today. This is for the rest of you guys' life that's on the other side of the screen. Just FYI, as I stated, this is not about a competition. A few years ago, there was an organization that offered us an opportunity to network with them for community gatherings. So since that event happened, and if you're a follower, you'll see we've already posted the May Day event. And no, it's not to stop the May Day event. It was to continue it whenever the community wanted it to happen. No, Heart for Life is not trying to control that situation. What we're doing is continually to promote it. The entity that was in control of it was trying to hinder a certain let's say a certain type of people from having the property. So in order for equal opportunities to be afforded, we had to learn some fair market value things of what had to be did within communities to rehab an abandoned building. So as I stated, going forward, excuse me y'all for I'm having some sinus issues, but I'm a Leo. Blow whispers, gems. So what I'm saying to you guys is, the ones of you who see me walking, don't beat me down. Just know that we've did what we're supposed to do on our end as far as getting the grant funding to Union. But the entities that were sitting on the other side of the desk, they tried to get goon squads on us as far as going to the police and then going to other organizations to try to build up cases against us. But what we're going to do is show you how we handled them legally. We're documenting it. So going forward, when you guys see us walking globally, you'll understand the walk scores and being expert gardeners as far as everything that has happened, not is trying to happen, as you guys are hearing in the communities. Okay, so the first thing was we did have to, and as I stated, this stuff is public information. So don't look at me on the other side of the screen and try to beat me down. So as my daughter will tell you, she already has her diploma packet. So I've been teaching since 2022. Okay, as I stated, my daughter will tell you guys she already has her diploma packet. It's not about me and sitting on the other side of the screen right now showing you guys what has happened. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with boundary line agreements, and as I stated, please look at the map that is behind me right now. There are several other maps that I will be disclosing going forward. Hopefully you're looking at the big picture versus the small. Okay, so once you guys understand boundary line agreements and rehabbing abandoned buildings and doing surveys for these type of abandoned buildings, there is a plethora of resources available. Hashtag Nemi Lock Cram. Hashtag Palmetto Port Man. So I have an older sister who used to tell me, and she still will, I have an awkward side view. So that's why I film facing this way. It's not anything else of why you guys may think. I film facing this way. And when asked, I give a close-up face shot when needed. I am Nemilot Cram, Palmetto Portman. Hashtag Palmetto Portman. Like I stated in the music, you guys are now seeing my face. This is who I am. This is me. I'm the one who wrote all that music. I did have certain features on certain songs, but when they sit down with you, they'll tell you the main artist who wrote all of that music. And I'm telling you, it's a lot on you. It's a lot on here. And I'm going to say again, thank you for the 30 that I see that are following. And it's okay if you guys tell the ones who are on Facebook and the ones who are in the local community and global, it's okay if you guys to share it. That's why I had a map up here, global, and I had a local. It's all here for you guys to see. The pictures painted. It's just up to you, the ones who are on the other side of it. Like I said, I film on a Samsung Chrome. I have a Galaxy phone that I film on. So I'm pretty much sold out when it comes to the Samsung movement. I'm not. I apologize, guys. I didn't mean to say sold out. It's just more so. It's about global healing, and the movement goes over to Tokyo, Japan. There's a few other locations overseas that were navigated during the trademarks and trade shows that you guys are going to be disclosed to. So, just FYI. Once you get the tax map ID, and you'll be able to go forward, Gems, with certain things that you're trying to do. So we're gonna keep this podcast under 20 minutes today, because I think enough gems were given during this podcast to where you guys, if you were listening, you did catch them. And if you crossed over from Facebook today, you're actually starting to see the picture that was drawn in 2018. The funding picture. I mean to say. The funding picture. So I'm going to do this. So hopefully, if these people are listening, now, the ones of you who sat with me at the library from 2018 to 2022, I want you guys to understand that this is not a competition. I am showing you globally what we were talking about. You've actually watched me walk it for the last 3 years of making it happen legally. Oh, this is something I need to show you guys real quick, if you don't mind. I'm not, as I stated, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Once you know, you just know. So, FYI, muchas gracias, Senor Miguel. Muchas gracias, Senor Ray Jr. That's my 6 inches. Y'all be blessed and safe. As I stated, you guys, the movement just couldn't be contained. They tried everything they could to halt it. So, going forward, when you guys see that purple van pop back up over there in that community, just know that I handled all the legal. Let me try this again for the ones who watching on the other side of their screens. Here go my dollar right here. So going forward, FYI, I'm government trained on everything I'm doing logistically, so know that I have my clerk of court paperwork to go forward, and some other paperwork that as I stated, some other paperwork that I have that I'm not at liberty to show you guys, but just know it's readily available. And as I've stated in the music, I don't see why we should have any further meetings. Okay, for the ones who sitting on the other side of the screen now, who watching this podcast, I mean the ones who sit in those school board meetings with me. There's no reason for me to come back in front of you to discuss some things unless you want more resources disclosed. I done went over 20 minutes. So I apologize, you guys. When it comes to speaking on community resources, I have a tendency to go further than I need to. When you set with city administrators, GMs, and school superintendents, GMs, and you're trying to establish a charter school, GMs, you have to know who to sit with, which numbers to call, and basically, like I said, just know your plots and your lands. Just get it. As I stated, you guys, most of the stuff is public record. Some of it was private, but most of it is public record. You can go in here in these laptops, tablets, and phones, and if you're trying to bring resources to communities, I'm telling you guys, it's out here. So the ones who crossed over from Facebook today, and it's Sunday. I'm filming this Sunday. It's a few weeks before Christmas that I'm filming this in 2025. So you guys that are still watching, I appreciate you. I love you. Going forward, we've accomplished some amazing things for these communities. I've did my sled checks. So going forward, you guys, there's a Canon printer and an Epson fax machine right here to do IDs. So with the festivals, we do have the laminator behind here for us to do our VIP laminations. Going forward, we have a few DJs who have said, yes, I'm willing to network with you if you can bring a certain amount of money. We've sat with enough DJs, and like I said, if you crossed over from Facebook, the funding is available to do these events. And I posted today how many we can do statewide. So don't look at me, as I'm stating to you guys now today, globally, don't look at me and say, well, this is what he trying to do. No, I'm showing you. It's a big map. So the ones you guys who are interested in the music, here's your tour right here. Anywhere you guys want to go, here or abroad, I'm stating to you now, excuse me for scratching my nose, the resources are available. Here go my projected earthquake intensities for South Carolina. For the ones of you who know, you just know. Okay, here go my Midwest regulated solar and battery energy storage sites. Okay, once again, if you know, you know. There is no me sitting here on the other side of the screen telling you guys this is something I want to do. So if you still watching, and as I stated, I know that there's 30. So you actually listening to me finishing the soliciting of bringing the funding to Union, South Carolina. That's what you guys are doing. You're actually watching me finish bringing the soliciting gems to South Carolina. I didn't let anybody who sat behind an office desk tell me that I was not soliciting for the state of South Carolina. Gems. Let me pull my dollar back out. And for the other ones who know, this is just an FYI, and I did speak to some of my family members, so here we go. That's 5 flash drives. I was babysitting for Big T I believe it was earlier in the year, and I think I left one of those flash drives at her house. I had 6 flash drives. It may be in a couch somewhere or on one of my G baby's beds. I'm not for sure, but it doesn't matter because, as I stated, the Samsung Chrome book holds a lot of valuable information. If you guys are aware of the digital resources that are available, it can actually help you break a lot of gateways down, gems. But going forward, when it comes to this virtual teaching, it's been my pleasure to do it for South Carolina. Blow whispers, gems. So just know, guys, as you see my freckle face going forward on all these platforms to promote housing needs, agricultural needs, clothing needs, transportation needs. Let me make this clearer to you guys. I am a veteran. So reaching out to other veterans is crucial. So there's another veteran on YouTube that I noticed who was streaming in Union. Now you guys know him as hashtag the angry vet. All I did was watch his video in regards to what he was promoting. Now I don't know his platform or how he does anything, but as far as what he filmed in Union, South Carolina, at certain locations, it's agreeable because you do have to find out certain facts to do business in small towns with small minds. I love you guys. Be safe. You know what you up against if you walk the streets of 864-29379. Don't beat the messenger. Peace and blessings.